I don't know how a man is supposed to survive on just water. I had to give up drinking tea though, guys. Just this week. Not even because a doctor ordered me to or anything. It's just too goddamn hot. I thought I could hold out and drink hot tea through the entire summer, but I can't do it up in this place where I'm staying at. I just can't make it. It's killing me. I had to switch to Tang. Can't even switch over to like Red Diamond or make my own cold iced tea. It's not the same. Tastes like it's a disgrace to tea. I'm not that southern. I don't really like iced tea that much, Parth. Hello, the dude. If my room didn't get up to like 110 degrees during the day and hover around 80 at night with all the humidity, I might have been able to make it. I hate green tea, period, and I don't know if I've ever had a white tea. Hopefully the fans aren't overpowering my voice either. I've got two, one in the window and one on me. It's freaking horrible, Diesel. I forgot what it was like not to have air conditioning. I grew up without air conditioning. But as soon as I turned 18, I moved out and got my own place, and I always had air conditioning. And now I'm back without it. My new place is going to be super tiny, Kate. And it will definitely have air. This is just an old farmhouse that I live in. Once again, another old farmhouse that I'm staying in. It's filled with brown recluses. I saw one probably the size of a silver dollar climbing up my wall earlier. And I could kill him, but I've killed like 12 of those things over the last week. I don't even keep my feet on the floor anymore. A smoothie of tea? What am I living in, California? That pretty much happened, Aimpoint. Or I mean, the dude. I killed one, and then like 10 minutes later, two came out from behind my computer monitor up the wall. Like, where did you come from, you fuckers? There's not even a crack in the floor or the wall that I could see them run out of, and I don't see them come from anywhere. They just magically appear. A spider smoothie? Mmm. That would be delicious. Instead of cherries, you can throw in egg sacs. Crunch up some dried, drained insects from their web for the topping. Just sprinkle them on there. Well, I know they don't live in my computer because I had to clean that out like 3 times. Trying to get dust and stuff out just so it doesn't overheat. Like, normally I encode when I sleep, and since I sleep during the day when it's the hottest now, I can't even encode because my computer will overheat. That's one of the reasons there hasn't been any uploads to YouTube for a while. I'm waiting on some new computer parts to come in. That'll hopefully keep it cooler. Speaking of which, is it bad to jam a toothpick into a case fan so it stops making horrible ball bearing racket until the replacement comes in? Because I can't unplug the fan. Like, I have to take my motherboard out to unplug the case fan, which I'm not doing. Damn it, Winamp, get your shit together. I had a fan blowing on the computer, Aimpoint, or GoldenEye, as well as trying to, like, suck the air out of it, and that still didn't really cool it down that much. Now, I checked my BIOS. My BIOS are pretty damn fancy, but I didn't see an option to disable just that one. For a while, Kate, I was trying to purposefully bust the fan. I'd let it rev up to full speed and then jam a toothpick in it, hoping that it would just break. Now I just leave the toothpick there. I don't know if the motor will overheat, and I don't know. I've never tried to freaking jam something up like that before. Hitting it? I don't know if that'll work. I don't want to snip the wire. Then what if they touch my motherboard or the case and they short everything out? I'd be worried. Okay. Let's see. For those of you just joining and you didn't hear me at the beginning of the stream, I might be quiet, a little bit quieter this video. I got a really bad migraine and I took some stuff for it, so depending on whether or not that actually helps, the stream might also be a very short one. My primary concern tonight, and I almost streamed last night just to get this over with, is to kill these fucking elves. They've showed up to offer tribute again, and if I can help it, they're not gonna make it into my fortress. They might, depending on A, how many of them there are, and B, how much of my military gets to the surface in time. They're smart. They come with a lot of merchants. Obviously that makes the tribute very large, but it also gives them a significant armed presence in our fort. If I don't kill them here, we'll let them get to the trade depot, seize all their goods, they'll get pissed off and leave early, and then we can catch them on the way out. Yeah, because we don't have enough of our military here, and the elves are already right here. Like, I count maybe 5 dwarves. The elves outnumber us at this point, and while I do have significant trust in several of our members, such as Paula, Barden, Alios, Redwood, Rambo, those are our legendary motherfuckers. They could probably cut a couple elves down, but it's the recruits that I don't want to risk. The blue is all puke. Is your internet Comcast mechanical? Yeah, you elves can go in and drop off your tribute, and then you're gonna die. Raise the bridges behind them. Oh, trust me, they won't be able to escape. I think we might be able to even attack them at the trade depot. Select them from a kill list, instead of doing a rectangular selection or something. Maybe the orcs will even join in and help me, or they'll attack me. I don't know. We're gonna find out one way or another very soon. Okay. I do want to try and trade some of these craft goods off to the orcs finally, because we have tons of stuff. It's just kind of building up. We'll summon Grimmeth so he can be here for the slaughter as well. And yes, our military is blocking the path, eyeballing the elves as they walk in. The elves are kind of hesitant to turn the corner here, though. They're not sure if this is an ambush or a trap. It's okay, elves, I promise. Let's see, I'm not sure I've got any more pets to give out. Alios, you've got some. Vince McMahon, you don't need any. Noust, I think you've got some. Who else do we have? Minstrel Geyser, do you have any animals? I guess I do have a bunch to give out. Okay. Mulder, you don't get any. Jeremy, you get a pig. Noust, you get 2 wolves. Carmabelle, you get 2 dogs. I feel like we're missing some military here, but oh well. Alios, where are you at? There's Stock. Actually, he gets 2 war dogs too. That's exactly right. We're gonna seize their trade goods and then kill them. We've been waiting for them to show up for several seasons in order to do this. Okay, first, let's trade with the orcs. So I'm still not entirely sure how this is gonna go down. There could be all types of weird loyalty stuff that happens. Silver Oriole keyboard. Also had some talks with Metal Slime Hunt in the comments, I believe, and there's a good chance that the instruments in my world that I can't place in the tavern are actually not. They're all handheld instruments, most likely, which means they have to be placed with a stockpile that I've never had to do because I've never had the unfortunate luck. Why is there an Elven block? I've never had the unfortunate luck of just having handheld stuff. Handheld instruments. Okay, I want all their glass and bars. Pretty much the same stuff every time. I don't even care what animals you brought. I don't need any of them. They're just gonna starve to death or get instantly slaughtered. Where's your armor at? Go down and see if I can trade for all this. Except for the super expensive stuff. I can get 10 mittens for the price of those 2. We're frugal dwarfs. There's no way to piss away all of our hard work. Get chests and bags out of this. Save ourselves a little bit of manual labor. And let's see. God. That one's loaded down. I think we'll take some food too. Something different than the wild plants that we've been scavenging off the surface. Fucking pages and pages of it. I wish there was a command that would mark everything on a page for trade. Because I don't want to mark the whole caravan for trade. Buy all their paper too. And all of their codex. New Animal Remedies. It's a copy of a book. We'll buy them. Okay. You take that trade, they say yes. Grimace looks at the elves. He says, you know what to do. They bow down on their knees, kneeling to him and his trio of tigers. He seizes their goods. They say, thank you, sir, we'll see you again. And begin packing their stuff up. So, it's time to give the kill order. Select from a list. Gotta make sure I select the right ones, no orcs. That is the last thing I want. So there's the first one. We're not going to attack their animals. Shit. Forgot that I have to hold down shift for this. Okay. And that is it. There's 7 of them. Whenever we give the order, there's no going back here. Rest in peace, elves. Let me slow this way down. This is gonna be a bloody battle, I imagine. If the elves go down and put up less of a fight than the goblins, I'm gonna be mad. Caves of Cud updates every Friday with a decent amount of stuff. Okay, here we go. Red World cancels get provisions, interrupted by a Sylvan Elf merchant. They charge forward. The Sylvan Elf is fighting. Kylo Ren chops the Sylvan Elf merchant in the upper body with his Renmo Lakudust. Somehow Kylo Ren ended up with the artifact 10 axe, but the attack's deflected by his rope reed cloak. That was the first strike against that one. Sylvan Elf merchant looks sick. Rambo stabs the Sylvan Elf merchant in the head, tearing the muscle and bruising the skull. So that elf merchant instantly went down. Karma Beetle attacks the Sylvan Elf merchant, but he scrambles away. He's been bashed in the lower arms, getting bruised all over. Maybe we'll clean this up. Sylvan Elf merchant's been knocked unconscious. Sylvan Elf merchant attacks Kylo Ren, but he jumps away, and Aelios charges in from the side, hacking the Sylvan Elf merchant in the left upper leg with his red steel great axe. The severed part sails off in an arc. As the elf's falling down, Vince McMahon stabs him in the right foot as well with a jagged spear, tearing open the attack. They go right for the legs and the feet. I actually think this is going to be a rout. Arden, you're fighting. The elves are all down here now, which I believe means they haven't got any attacks in. Death, I am not upset by this. No one is upset by it. Okay, did you guys... They already killed all the merchants. Damn good job, guys. I guess go back to doing whatever you want to do. I thought the elves were going to put up a little bit more of a fight than that, but I guess they were merchants, they weren't bodyguards. Unlike the orcs, the elves weren't smart enough, or maybe Grimmeth told them to come unarmed every time. Well, regardless, they've been slaughtered. Now the question is, what does that mean? Albaki. We probably have to wait for a diplomat to arrive to declare war or something. It won't update instantly in the civilization screen, unfortunately. Why am I getting combat reports? Nith. Of course there'd be Nith. Okay. Where you at, Nith? Kill both of the Nith, please. Sick and tired of them screwing with our war animals. Mr. Pickles doesn't know exactly where the Nith is, but he's gonna hunt him down. The elves got slaughtered. They had their arms and legs chopped off. It was quite satisfying. I'm actually curious where this Nith is. Maybe it's already gone. It must be. The second Nith ran away in fear, I believe. Kias? Friggin' thieves. Little birds that can steal whole tables. Fly away with coffins. Oh yeah. Forgot about this place. So, Slacks, you're still digging the way down. I don't know where your dig buddy is. Diggy Bear has not died as far as I know. Yeah, you guys are still married. Also, I found out that we will never, ever, ever, ever have a tantrum spiral in this fortress. Apparently, tantrum spirals are still bugged, and dwarves actually don't get upset enough to tantrum anymore. Which makes me quite sad. That's why it's so easy to keep all the dwarves happy. Even if you keep them totally naked, living in the rain, with no bedroom, sleeping in the dirt, drinking dirty mud water, they'll still stay happy. Even when all their friends die in front of them, they'll stay happy. There might be loyalty cascades. I'd have to put it to a democratically elected poll, but basically what we would do is have our military randomly kill somebody and see what happens. Maybe we could kill Wallace Mike. I've wanted him gone since I first noticed he had snuck his way in here. Once this tunnel gets done, I've got another project for the miners. We're going to expand the tavern over here. Completely remove the tavern from this area, I think. The ideas of having bedrooms over here I've kind of thrown away. Maybe. I don't know what the hell I've decided. I know that we're going to be building something to get this gone. I want less pathing over tables and stuff like that. A more wide open dance floor. Finally buckle down and get those instruments placed. Speaking of our dwarves being drunk, how is our drink doing? Good. We've got apple cider, bayberry wine, maize beer, and perry. Fancy. I didn't see any moonshine in there, which kind of makes me sad, but maybe that's a lost art that the dwarves here just don't have. Come on, Slacks, find us the magma sea down there. Get us some adamantite. He's diligent at digging. A single migrant has arrived despite the danger, putting us up to 144. Who are you? Salab the Planter. He's got 2 deities. He says, I don't really get attached to people. Dreams of mastering a skill. 47 years old. Please be our first vampire. Bowser has not come yet. The military just murdered all the elves. Flawlessly, I might add. And you did not get killed. Why is this not done yet? I've got enough hauling dwarfs that this stuff should all be knocked out. If Bowser arrives, I believe it'll have to be with the next trade caravan. I think he shows up with the diplomat, but don't quote me on it. Got a mayor. I can't tell if we're a metropolis or not because FPS bar is in the way. But I think that we still have to be. I don't know if you can be bumped to anything higher. I think we can still execute a dwarf with the military and see what happens. What's up, Revocane? I like how the little donut inner tube did absolutely nothing. It's like, nope, I'm out of here. What season is it? It's mid-spring, 1883. Diggy Bear, you're fighting. You guys completely murdered a stupid toad that was foolish enough to come up here while you were training. Daisy has been taken by a mood while deep down in the mines. I'm not sure if she was grabbing stone or grabbing ore. But she had a moment of inspiration down here in the dark tunnels, listening to the hum of the earth surround her. Well, it's not frogmen or frog women, just regular giant toads that haven't evolved yet. Slacks, what is your skill up to? An accomplished miner. He seems like he's mined out most of this tunnel all by himself. It's probably because I don't have any more miners. Okay. I'm just gonna enable a bunch. I guess I forgot to pay attention that most of my miners had died at some point. Or maybe I always just had Jeb and P-Kunk, and I think that they're actually in the military or doing other things now. Daisy's claimed a mason's workshop. And she sets off to grab some chalk, it looks like. Box McCloud. Sleeping on the ground. Okay. Now that we've got more miners, let's see. Bring that out here. It's gonna be pretty damn big. These will be, I guess, the rooms for rent. Obviously, tavern guests get better room accommodations than the damn dwarves who live and die here. And chop that off. Could mirror those rooms up here. Nah. So we'll have tables and chairs in the back, or we could have instruments back here in the back corner. These can be little booth areas with tables and chairs for people to... For dwarves to have a nice little secluded dinner at. VIP chairs. VIP area. put this in its own little hallway, perhaps. The main idea is just to kind of adjust the shape of the giant square. I don't want to leave a giant square dug out, which would be easy enough. So, let's see. We'd have possibly maybe some food stockpiles in here for easy access to food with tables and chairs, so it looks like a bar. Like chairs and tables, and then the barkeeper can come back here, grab some booze. We'll just have a straight booze stockpile back here. I feel like this whole area should be Buttress City. A square penis? Does everything look like a penis to you? I actually don't want to adjust it much more than this, I think. Unless... we could mirror it on this side too, so that there's tables and chairs, and then food. I think it would actually have to come out one more. Which actually kind of works. And then allows that. Yeah, you can use the mouse, but I don't like to. So then this will be the music area with some tables and chairs, and this will be the fancy little dining area. Okay. And most likely, the same people who run this tavern will just be promoted to run this one as well. Yeah, basically a food bar, except it's just going to be booze back there, so you'll walk in here and you can sit down with your buddies and chit-chat while ordering a beer. Then go out here to get entertained by, like, the instruments. Have a nice little booth dinner over here with your fiancé or your whatever, while listening to the band. This area is more for sealed-off private chat, where it's a little bit quieter. Maybe there's dwarven sports TVs in the corner. Well, we're down to floor 11. They've made it 4 extra floors in that time. What's more dwarven than booze for food? Yeah, they only put 1 together. I told them to do more. If they do more, I'll get in on 1 eventually. They were talking about making it a regular thing. Like I say, if he does more, I'll definitely get in on one of them. If you haven't played on Hippie Station, it's pretty crazy. It kind of reminds me of the older Goon days. Back on Ovary Station. Warm stone located. Perfect. So... yeah, he just needs to I do less editing. He did a lot of editing, but he could be lazier with his editing too. So we're like at the very edge of a magma ocean. What are you doing, Am? Am's the one who dug to the very bottom. He's reached bedrock. I have a feeling he's gonna kill himself, and I'm not gonna stop him. There's semi-molten rock there. And no, he's not gonna kill himself. Okay. We found the bedrock. What we need now is some exploratory arms. See exactly how far down this magma soup goes. So I'm gonna find that cotton candy and I'm gonna mine it. I figured he was gonna set up his base of operations down there and take over our fortress. He's a skilled surgeon, it looked like. Scary. Are you maggots digging that out yet? Yes, you are. And then over here is where we'll just dig a huge string of beds. Grimmeth, why are you mad? You're enraged. You're out in the sunlight and you fucking hate it. That damn cursed ball of fire. It's no good for smelting, so what exactly is it good for? Orc, what are you doing? It's an orc bowman just standing out at our garden. Build any elf welcoming devices? No, probably not. Isn't everything in DF arbitrary? Even the weights and everything? Like, is any of it real numbers? I know that the metals and stuff are all relative to each other. But I don't know how realistic any of them are. Animals, why? Why do you just... Do ducks need to worship? Is that what you need to do? Do you have to pray to the god of rain and justice? They're all in Urists. Perfect. We're going to have to build a bigger library at some point too. Everyone wants to read. It's one of the most popular pastimes in the fort. And with all the animals and dwarf sweat in here, it's a filthy, stinky, nasty room. Are you serious? This finally is happening. It's finally come. The forgotten beast Onbra Araninginga has come, a gigantic eyeless mite. It has a stubby horn and it appears to be emaciated. Beware its webs. Maybe the forgotten beast is what killed all these things at some point? It has webs. I'm not even sure if it can get into our fortress or if it's a threat. Because I do have everything kind of sealed off. However, if it can't reach us, then I want to reach it. So... Where is it? Where are you at, Forgotten Beast? Pages and pages? Oh, that's the deceased. Uninvited guest. So I think we need to dig out and over to it. Let's dig here. And then this way. And dig this room out to give our dwarves a little bit of a fighting chance. Once this is dug out, we'll breach this wall and see if we can reach him. What's that? I see something about a ghost. The ghoul is caught in a web. So the Forgotten Beast is really just doing pest control down there right now. It's missing its left third foot. It's actually cut open. I don't think that this thing's actually going to be that exciting for a Forgotten Beast. I mean, I think it's having a hard time killing a ghoul, so... If it can't kill a single ghoul, it won't even be able to stand against Aelios. As long as the spider just stays under your oven, there's nothing wrong with it staying there. Where'd you go, Forgotten Beast? We haven't even begun to be done with you yet. We want a backpack or a water flask made out of your leathery hide. Also, guys, I didn't figure anything out about minecarts. That's gonna have to be something I figure out some other time. I messed around with them and I can't get them to work. It's like voodoo. Hello, Kaboli. As soon as they're done here, it's gonna be go time. So for this video, we've killed elves, and, spoiler, we're just gonna slaughter a mega beast. He wants to hang around, but his left first leg is cut open, his left third leg is cut open. He's already cut open. I'm going to assume it's because he's blind, and he just runs into things. Slams himself into these stone pillars while he stumbles around. Don't worry, Forgotten Beast, you can pace around, but we're coming to you. Like the Steam of Forgotten Beasts. I don't think he's a legendary animal tamer yet, Deso, so I can't. If he hadn't been splitting the load taming animals, we could have done it. It was an elf slaughter. I think the merchants survived all of 5 seconds before getting drawn and quartered. As the orcs stood on cheering. They've hated those damn elves for as long as their race can remember. And they're just glad to see somebody finally doing something about it. If we're lucky, the 2 miners that show up here are gonna be super quick. Maybe we'll be lucky and get Jeb. And military, you'd all better be ready. So our tavern is done. Let's designate that to be smoothed down. Once it's smoothed, that's when the actual building can start. I'm actually kind of excited to try and get this place set up. Metal Slime, aren't you the one who told me to put stockpiles for instruments in the tavern and they would use the handheld ones? Since apparently that's all we've got. No floor pianos, no floor instruments at all. I hope the elves siege us. That's all I want. Aimpoint shows up. Urist is of course a minor. Even on accident. It's his birth calling. Okay, military. I'm just gonna send one squad down there, and the mechanical yells. If for some reason they fell and let us down, oh well. We'll have to send another squad to try and clean up the mess, but I think one squad already is gonna be overkill. This is the squad with Paula and Alios and Rambo. It's out there fighting things. Maybe it got itself killed fighting the Beholder. Are you joking me? It did get itself killed by the Beholder. The Beholder bites the Forgotten Beast in the head and the severed part sells off. And now there's fires down there. Okay. That's good to know. We've got a Beholder to go kill, apparently. What a pitiful Forgotten Beast. How did you survive 1800 years of world gin? I'm kind of scared to break through this wall until at least the fires burn on through. Otherwise, my military will just run right into these flames. I guess Beholders can start fires? That's gotta be what's going on. Burn down the entire cavern. That's been the story of this fortress, just one big cock tease. Oh, another Nith. Vince McMahon, if you could kill this thing, that'd be super swell. Hell, if anybody could. Raidsoft has cooked a masterpiece. There we go, the Nith has been slaughtered. And Daisy has finally begun her mysterious construction. She's done her research, she knows what she wants to engrave on it. And it's time to take down this wall. I said, let's take down that wall, not smooth it down. The Nith come from the caverns. They're cavern bastards. Tiny little gremlins, more or less, that for some reason most of my dwarves ignore while the war animals get torn limb from limb around them. Okay, who shows us up? Urist shows up. We've got Matrix, Karma Bell down here, Red World, and Ace Nober. Now that that's open, go station yourselves out here in the ash. I'm curious where that Beholder is. If it's even here, we've got helmet snakes. It's possible that the Beholder also died in the battle. Okay. Basically just use them to scout the area. There's the Forgotten Beast's head. Where did you go, Beholder? Don't tell me you killed the Forgotten Beast and then fucked off. Okay. We'll station them over here. At the very least, we'll map out this part of the cavern. What? Oh. A duck's been found dead, who cares? A goose. A geese. I think my military can get over here. Yeah. Somebody heads back, it looks like. Move out further to the east, guys. There's a wide open area over here. It's possible that this is the layer that will hit adamantine on, too. Adamantite. Adamantine. Oh, what, you guys can't get over there? Can you get over here? We have struck Pitchblende. And Daisy has created a chalk table. It's called Ring Flyer, the Taut Canyons. It's a chalk table, all crafts dwarf ships of the highest quality. It's encrusted with bands of muldog, suede, and willow. Its objects adorned with hanging rings of chalk and willow and menaces with spikes of dendritic agate. On the item is an image of a peppercorn in pyrite. On the item is an image of an asparagus in dendritic. And on the item is an image of a forgotten beast in black pyrope. It details the pitiful history of the forgotten beast that showed up and was promptly laughed out of existence. So what died up here? An umber hulk, mangled raw chitin. I don't like the sound of that. I don't know if that is an umber hulk that died or an umber hulk that simply shed its skin. And we do have water down here. I should probably go map out the other cavern layers too. Good job, Metal Slime. Double good job. That's going above and beyond the Call of Duty right there. Well, if there's adamantite here, I don't see it, and I'm pretty sure it's a distinct color. Like, it should be similar in color to this wall. That's fluorospar. Okay. Military. You guys are gonna be stationed down here for just a little bit to watch this entrance. Make sure that nothing sneaks in behind us while the rest of our dwarfs are down here gathering all these supplies. You gotta remember, there was a bunch of good black iron stuff here. Suits of it, and armor, and arrows, and bolts, I think. Stone Sense for DF? Isn't that the 3D visual program thingy? And if it's anything that uses DF hack, it won't work with this version yet. They did finally, so I punched my mic, they did finally update DF hack to this version, but that was just today. So it'll take a while for everything to catch back up with it. Verbe, we killed the we didn't kill a forgotten beast, it suicided. And we murdered a bunch of elves. Yeah, I've used Stone Sense before then. I can't play with it. It's neat to actually like see how your fortress looks though. You are still on whatever Furby you were on last time, which I think is 3. What is this? Mutant, you've been found dead. Oh, okay. You wanted to run out into the fire that's raging through the caverns. Well, I can't fucking help you. You jumped down into the pit of flames. No, wait. You got killed. The beholder's back. I judged you too soon. There's 2 beholders. And they actually do cast fire. That's what the flames come from. Okay. There's gonna be a lot of death here. Okay. So where exactly is that? And you guys need to calm down on your goddamn equipment stuff. They're freaking out trying to get this stuff that dropped when the guy died. Where are those flames at? It's on floor 46. Re-up? Shit. You know, let me check my burrows here. Alerts. Civilians, you need to go to burrow 1. Quit running around down here. We need to let the beholders try to sneak into our fortress here. I'm not gonna go fight them out in the open so they can rain fire down on us. Wow. Those job announcements. Let the fire starters into the fort? I don't think so. RoboCop charges ahead. One of the last stragglers to come back from the caverns. I don't see any of our legendary dwarfs down here. We've got Minstrel Geyser. We're skilled. Competent. These are all of our rookies, all of our basic recruits down here. And of course Vince McMahon, who's always beat up. Running around with an infection for like 4 years straight now. You know what? It's possible that the beholders won't come after us. Another Umber Hulk mangled corpse. Wow. They had to have been killed by the beholders. I can't believe how much that pisses them off. I'm gonna have to turn off job announcements here in a minute. That is a war pig. That's RoboCop's war pig. Trained for battle and ready to kill. We trained it on elf meat. Come on, beholders, get your asses over here. If they didn't fly, I wouldn't be so worried. Like, if they were strictly ground-based, I'd already have sent my squad out there. But where's the other one? Is it flying up above somewhere? Is it waiting to ambush the dwarves? Will this one act as bait? Actually, if it stays there, let's go out. Here. Kill that beholder. It's actually trapped under a ledge right now. No, wait, no, it's not. It's moving. God damn it. Okay, dwarves, I don't know if you'll cancel that command or if you're actually gonna run out there. You're gonna follow through on that, aren't you, huh? You're not gonna back off now. Okay. Well then. I don't even think the beholders are here anymore. There's one. I was actually hoping to get that, but whatever. You know what, if you guys want to leave and fly away, fine. We already lost to the named one. And that was really the only one worth killing. Maybe the beholders could psychically sense our intent. Yeah, if I was playing this in ASCII, oh boy. Even I would have trouble understanding it. Okay, well, this is all smoothed out. The beholders are gone. It's time to decorate and set up our tavern. We don't need doors there. Okay. And let's see. This is the part that I'm gonna hate. So we gotta set up a stockpile for food. But we need to somehow edit it. So that it's just booze. We should just be leaving these two on there. Okay. I'm probably gonna mess that up. And they'll have something else back there, like animal cages or socks, maybe some ropes. I actually want to build a... I'm going to leave the military in that little square room for now, because I want to go down there and build a little training room for them. So they can basically just live there. This is a little bit tighter squeeze than I intended for the dwarves, but... oh well. It's too late to change the design now. And let's see... And I'll place the stockpile with instruments and stuff over here in just a little bit. Could you guys please get the dead things out of the main pathing area? I'm gonna make every dwarf that walks through the fortress sick. This cavern layer, I don't think I have to worry about. Name that dwarf Winamp. I'm gonna go get a drink, guys, and let the dwarves kind of just idle here and knock some stuff out. Hopefully nobody dies. I'll be back in like 5 minutes or so. Did my dwarfs decide to finally fight the beholders while I'm gone? Mad Max, you fool. You crazy, crazy fool. There's a lot of people being killed it looks like. Let's see. Box is hunting, Buffalo Bull's fighting. Pretty damn sure Max is dead. Somewhere. Dead or missing. The beholders bided their time and waited until I was gone in order to attack. Okay. What? Animated armor? I really should not have went down here into these caverns. An animated suit of armor wielding an axe and shield. You gotta know though, is Max dead? He's been with us for so long, he was an amazing warrior. For being only like 4 years old? Maybe 5 years old now? We had such high hopes for him in the future of leading one of our squads. He's still alive. He's focused, his left cheek has a scar, I think. Yeah, his left cheek bears a massive curving scar. Okay, military, why aren't you down here? Did you all just decide to take the season off or something? Gilded Tools, if you're close, get down here too. Slightly worried about that suit of armor. Maybe the beholder gas was still just down there, so that's when he ran through it. It scared me for a second. However, that animated suit of armor will be a problem. Unlike the beholders, I don't think it's just gonna fly away and fuck off. Right there. What are you doing, my friend? He's at the very edge of the map. I'm so tempted. I really want to kill him. Damn, he's so high up. God hates elves. Where'd he go? He's like climbing along the edge of this little cliff here. I don't know why I'm saying he, it's an animated suit of armor. Probably doesn't have a gender. Caught in a puff of beholder gas. Does that put them to sleep? He's unconscious. So beholders don't only start fires, they have gas that will put things to sleep. So what happens if they hit your whole squad with that gas? Then what? If the animated armor has a cod piece, it says all it has is a shield and an axe. So it's not really an animated suit of armor, just animated piece of armor. Breastplate, greaves, helmet, gauntlets, boots, battle axe, and a shield. And really, I don't like the movements it's making. Let's see. Son of a bitch, I was sending my squad down there to deal with that animated armor. A vile force of darkness has arrived. More goblins. Bo is right out there. Bo's gonna die. Okay, this is how it's gonna be tonight. All civilians to your burrows. This is not gonna be very fun. So A, B, and C. Get up top. Kind of block the doorway for now. I don't know what we're gonna do about this place down here. Samwise. Bo has been found dead. He got mobbed by the Goblins, who didn't waste any time hacking his corpse to bits and feasting on it. They're all surrounding it right now, taking their turns, ripping bites out of it. Disgusting cannibals. Yeah, it is gonna take them forever to get up here. Say, we could be in a bit of trouble. Let's see, pull these levers. If anybody's trapped out there, tough shit. You had your chance to get inside. You're gonna just have to dance with the Goblins for a little bit. And they're heading straight for our entrance. All this will do if I pull the lever is buy us a little bit of time. And Bo, how did you die? No recent announcements. It was a couple days ago, it's not important. What are you doing, Lester? He is dizzy and carrying a large corpse. Rest in peace, worn little puppy. Well, we've got a puppy on an island now that they can use as target practice. That should be fun for him. The first soldier finally shows up. It's Mr. Pickles, leading the pack. What are you doing, Red World? Get to the surface. I really want to expand my burrows here real quick. Define this burrow. So I'm gonna have my dwarfs come down here, I think, and seal this place off while the military is fighting up top. That way it's one less thing to worry about. We gotta get them a clear path there. In the safety of a burrow, unfortunately. Okay. Actually... yeah, I gotta do a little bit of editing here. So I want all these mines encompassed in the burrow as well. Good. Okay. Now, if you dwarves would be so kind as to build a wall here and not get yourselves trapped. Distance 25, that's perfect. So spend those two and just hope that they don't stand there. We've got bigger problems to deal with. Okay. I actually think we can just keep these levers open now. We can leave the bridge down. We've got Barden here, who's a Grand Master Mace Dwarf, skilled armor user, legendary observer, fighter, adept striker, skilled biter. Question is, do you have any armor? Pigtail crap, a Raimi headband. You're trying to copy your idol Rambo. Got a black steel mace, but you have no shield and no armor. You do have a bronze mask on, so at the very least they'll have trouble biting your nose off. See how... wow, did you see that little bastard fling himself? They're jumping. They jumped over there to kill our dog. I didn't think that they could fling themselves like that. Regardless, they're gonna start climbing their way in here now. Slowly shimmying along the walls. Good. Let you guys come in here one at a time. Yeah, and they're just gonna slaughter our animals. Again, I don't care. The animals are being slaughtered. They're just gonna die anyways. I'm disappointed that our war pigs aren't putting up more of a fight. Troops, I really hope that more of you show up, or this is gonna get ugly real quick. You got the always flashing, indomitable Vince McMahon up there. They'll cut a path through the bunnies, and hopefully by then we've got more people here. Where are you going? Peakunk. You're going to pick up equipment for some reason. You remembered... Well, let's go try to save Peakunk. Charge out there, guys. He's about ready to get himself killed. He dashes around behind the Goblin with amazing speed and ferocity, bringing his weapon across her neck and severing her upper spine. He laughs as he does it. He's got a meteoric spiked mace that you jammed into her back. You acted like you didn't know what you were doing, but you knew full well what you were doing. The other Goblins are terrified by your onslaught. They decide to hide around the corner and wait for reinforcements, except for one who shows up. It's managing to bruise you a little bit. Thankfully, the rest of your comrades are right behind you. It finally pins you up against the wall, knocking you unconscious by ramming your head into it. Your skull's crushed, your cerebellum is damaged. But the dwarfs might have possibly saved you. Here we go. Kylo Ren charges ahead into Toady Hatred Pack. And then it's on. Okay. I think that one just got cut down pretty good. Alios, you got a right upper arm scar, which isn't new. And Peakunk is still unconscious. Okay, good job, guys. However, I want you stationed back here, please. Because the rest of these Goblins are going to pick you off one by one. The dwarves are all stacked on top of each other, peering around the corner of the wall. They don't want to be seen. Can you guys quit playing clown car? They're guarding Peakunk is what they're doing. The other Goblins are a little bit hesitant. They haven't heard back from their scouting party. The signal flare never went up. You know what? If my legendary dwarfs want to stay up here and guard the entrance, that's perfectly fine. Peakunk vomits. Unfortunately, there will be no medics. What are you doing down here, Kefka? He's hauling an Umbral Hulk body, attempting to get himself sealed out. We're gonna use you as a distraction, Peakunk, okay? They're gonna hear your gurgled cries for help right there. You're dizzy, winded, nauseous. You're not dead, though. You're still breathing. You are, however, just laying there vomiting. How many out there on the map? Not too many. We've had a full page before, and a little bit more. This is the last of them right here. If I wasn't afraid of my weak dwarfs being picked off, I would send them out there to charge. Well, we can bide our time here. It might seem like a lot of Goblins, but trust me, it's just an appetizer for the elves to show up. And I'm sorry, Peakunk, you died. I haven't announced it yet, but I see your flashing corpse there. You choked on your vomit because no one was smart enough to turn you over. Wow. That shot... I thought that it killed the Goblin right there, but they jumped to the side. I was gonna say, that shot just pierced through the Goblin, killed it, and kept on going. And the fight is on. Okay. Let's see. The Goblin Spearman stabs Redworld in the right upper leg, tearing the muscle at Lodge's end. Redworld in return punches the Goblin in the lower body, bruising the muscle. Somebody died. Minstrel Geyser punches the Goblin in the right foot. Why are you guys punching? Nalst D shows up with a weapon, at least a copper dagger. Stabs the Goblin in the right foot. Redworld scratches the Goblin. Scratching the spine, I think. Remember, guys, if somebody's throwing up, flip them over. Don't let them choke on it. The Goblinist loses hold of the copper hand axe. Nalst, I don't think you had anything to do with it. Call Me Jeremy chops the Goblinist in the right hand, tearing apart the muscle. The Goblinist jumps away, and then strikes at Ace, but the shot's blocked by the spiked mace. And all they see is death. That's all they can comment on. There's dead bodies all around. Limbs fly, teeth are knocked out. And I'm pretty sure all those Goblins just got the shit kicked out of them. Vince McMahon is fighting. Goblinist misses him. Vince was bit in the left hand, tearing through the muscle by the Goblinist, who no longer had any limbs to fight with. Oh, really? I don't think so. They're trying to run. We're gonna send the military to chase them down. I want you guys to go kill those Goblins before they get away. They're not allowed to kill one of us and then flee. Goblin Axeman has been knocked unconscious. Are you guys still fighting over here? I can't tell because of their dogpiling if anything is left alive. They're all standing around bro-hugging each other right now instead of out there murdering. You guys are gonna lose the Goblins to your dwarven honor because you took too long. However, some of them get distracted chasing some wild buffaloes. Yeah, we found the dead warwolf on the bridge here. Look, you guys are gonna get all types of split up, and I don't even care at this point. Head off and do your thing. Kylo Ren charges out on his own to the north against those three Goblins. Let's see, Matrix. Goblinist bites Matrix in the left lower leg, bruising the skin. Matrix improved his skill. He bashes the Goblinist in the head with the meteoric spiked mace, and the injured part explodes into gore. Spraying brains all over the place. Kylo Ren is up here completely decimating this Goblin. She is slashed all up, her arms and legs. And Kylo Ren has a cut first toe on his left foot. The horror of battle wounds. Is that it, guys? Did the other Goblins get away? No. I just saw them go all crouching tiger on him, up in the trees. We've got Box and the Goblin Axeman. One of them jumped out of the tree onto the Goblin. Got more dwarfs up here. Molder, Matrix, Kylo Ren getting ready to jump down on the Goblin. Somebody got stabbed pretty hard there. Goblin looks sick. The Goblin strikes at Kylo Ren but misses. She had her weapon embedded in somebody. We've got one invader left right there. Who fired that shot? Stock fired a bolt that sailed wide. The Goblin screams in rage, charging at the remaining dwarves, completely lost in its fury. The Joker You showed up. You're completely missing your right hand. You're pale. You've got a spine injury. Koskia has been re-elected mayor. I don't know what your buddies are doing. Probably... They're all up in the trees right here, watching you get hacked to shreds. And that goblin completely decimated the Joker. Before the remaining dwarfs quartered it. Sabin was also struck down. That goblin wasn't messing around. Okay. The losses that time weren't too bad. Why is this suspended? Oh man. I have a feeling like something has made it into our fortress. Kylo Ren is fighting. He sees death everywhere. As all the dwarves walk back into the fortress, all they can see is the strewn bodies of the animals. The dead goblins and their dead friend Peakunk here. Who I believe had a... Yeah, he was the bone fixer. So we need a new bone fixer. The only one with relevant skills is Mean Melter. Fat Lenny. I think we're gonna give this to... Let's see... Revocane? You can be the new bone fixer. I'm playing favorites here. So, which room is now open? Is the question. Got Raidsoft's room. I need doors and stuff. Metal Slime's room. Furby 3. I thought you were dead in your bed for a second there. Your flashing icon threw me off. Michael Jackson. Kate. Dicky Bear and Deso Bear. What? Did my bone fixer not have a room? No office quarters? Had to have. Maybe they were married to somebody? I don't know. Either way, we'll get him a room at some point. I wish they would just finish sealing this off. I don't want access to this place at all. There's nothing but death down here waiting for us. A green devourer. And what is this thing? A dwarf-sized monster walking on two clawed legs. It has two mouths on the ends of a pair of tentacles. It uses its mouths to shred its victims with rows of razor-like teeth and digest them with acid. And it is significantly bigger than a dwarf. It's also pretty close to my entrance, I believe. Mechanical yells, you lost too. We'll do some military promoting as well. So let's see, who wants to serve under Red World? We've got 2 openings. Who do we have that has any skills at all? Larian. Congratulations, you're promoted. You actually know how to use a mace. The magical gears is... I just need to completely restructure that squad. Avok, Novice Halberdier. Congratulations, you've been promoted. As far as leading the magical gears here, do I have any Marks Dwarfs at all? The Goblin Bard. Fine. That's what it's gonna take, then that's what it's gonna take. We've never had an outsider lead one of our squads before. The Goblin has been with us for quite some time now. And they're more than willing to step up. What, Mechanical? Did you think you were dead? Who would have killed you? Also, probably need more coffins, don't I? Maybe I don't. Okay. I could have swore that we would have had a lot more deaths than just this so far. Goblins are the good guys. Plus their town of Renritsu Sonata has an awesome name. I just love that name for some reason. Oh, the Beholder gas? Yeah, that stuff just made you guys fall asleep, thankfully. I'm pretty sure if we fight a Beholder, what they do is they gas you so you fall asleep. And then they tear you apart and roast you alive. They probably are stuck in trees. No, they're not, thankfully. I'm honestly to the point in this fortress where if they want to get stuck in trees and die, that's on them. I want this fortress to die already, if you guys can't tell. I don't think Bowser is ever going to show up. We're down to 139 dwarves again. Which means when Wario shows up anytime, you'll be like, oh, tough shit, you're one dwarf short. Town comprised entirely of bards. When taverns were first released, 43.01 I guess, I'm not entirely sure, but one of those versions, I probably had 30 bards in my small little tavern. They just would not stop showing up. Entire traveling bands would show up of like 5 goblins all at once. Exactly, Metal Slime. Losing is fun, and if I had known that this fortress was going to last so long, I would have chose a better embark. I want something with a river and waterfalls. So we can make a waterfall fortress. Okay, this place is walled off. Hopefully I don't have any dwarves out there. I probably do. Actually, don't I? There's going to be somebody out there. Yeah, call me Jeremy's out there, you son of a bitch. Okay. I gotta take this wall down. I guess I'll just leave this open. We'll have a military station down here for now. And I'll try to look for some cotton candy. Let's see, did my exploratory tunnels ever get dug out and find anything? Where's the magma sea at? So we know that there's a lot of heat there. Like, I'm not sure how to find adamantine spires in this one. The last version I found them in, you'd go to like the bottom cavern layer and you'd have a chance of finding a spire here. Do I actually have to dig down into the magma somehow? Find my way down into it? If so, that'll take a while. I mean, the dwarfs only have to go down like 100 some Z levels to get here. Breaching the magma sea will always find it. Let's see, this is the first level we found hot stuff on. So if we're lucky, we'll breach it through here. The green devourer is caught in the web. I don't like that thing just running around. It's actually real close to my military here. Yeah, I guess the gas just settles in the low-lying pocket areas and waits for an unsuspecting dwarf to stumble into it. One way or another, we'll be into the magma sea soon. Like, if we can't breach it on this level, we'll definitely breach it on the one up here. In fact... I have to delete this song. This is just too upbeat. I think I might actually be making my headache worse. There's that green devourer. We're gonna have to fight it. As soon as this wall comes down, I mean, it's right outside. If it doesn't charge in on its own, then some unsuspecting dwarf is gonna go out there and sacrifice themselves. So, Prince shows up to tear down that wall. We've got Vince McMahon, Diggy Bear, and Karma Bell ready to go. I really hope you three are capable of killing this thing. Somebody else shows up. Minstrel Geyser. As soon as that comes down, they're getting the order. Don't run away, you green devourer. It can sense its impending doom. No one ever said he was a good mason, okay? There we go. So, I need you guys to kill this thing before it runs away and ambushes a dwarf harvesting web or something. Don't escape like the beholders. We've got a present for you. I do dislike how it's in a little small narrow tunnel. The first dwarf shows up. It's Minstrel Geyser. He's a competent wrestler, proficient hammer dwarf. He has a black steel warhammer, but he's not wearing any armor either. He has no shield. He's got hyena suede trousers on, the most distinguished feature of his whole suit. Whoa! And Karma Bell just comes bursting down the ramps here like Kramer. She's got a meteoric spiked mace, hardbark leather trousers, and the fight is on. The Green Devourer bites Karma Bell in the right lower leg, bruising it. Minstrel, you bash it in the upper body with the black steel warhammer, tearing the skin, bruising the muscle. Let's see, the Green Devourer shakes Minstrel around by the third finger. Tore the bone. It's been biting you all over that time. It's just swinging you around. Karma Bell bites the Green Devourer back in the left lower leg. And Minstrel, you bash it in the right lower leg, tearing through the skin. It's gonna be a good fight. Wait, what? Vince McMahon pulls on the embedded meteoric jagged spear. Okay. I think it's dead. Yeah, it's dead. And the dwarfs go on their way, leaving Minstrel to just lay there with his wounds. His left eye was cut open, his third finger was almost ripped off. Left foot was all mangled. He's overexerted and pale. But provided he doesn't just lay there and bleed out. Which you might just be doing. With your broken toe, you're unable to move. It's too painful. What? Warm stone? And honestly, if you're waiting down there for someone to come recover you, you could be waiting a while. Time to fight the gaping dragon? Don't say that. Death is all around, Karma Bell says. Walking through the slaughtered animal civilization here. Hello, Diggy Bear. Welcome back. Don't you love it when electronics get a mind of their own and do whatever they want? So far I've been impressed with the strength of our dwarves. For the most part, they do pretty good in battle. So we've got damp stone here. I'm kind of getting an idea of what's going on down here. I'm just not sure how we're gonna mine down into it, is the thing. If I can't find the top of it. If I was suicidal, I could tell my dwarves just to dig through it anyways, actually. They would flood this entire bottom tube with magma. Damn. Hello, Patrick. No one will wear any of the armor for some reason. I don't know why. Let's see. Equipment. I mean, this whole squad has at least leather armor. Maybe... I'm not exactly sure how to change this. Assign uniforms. This whole squad, metal armor. This whole squad, metal armor. This whole squad, archer. Now fix your shit so you stop dying dumb deaths. Yeah, Patrick, your guy's still alive. Pretty much all we lost tonight was Peakunk? I don't think we lost anyone else after that. I could be wrong. I got a real bad headache tonight, so I'm not even really here. The stream will probably be ending in about 10 minutes or so. We've done good tonight. We killed the elves, the Forgotten Beast suicided, we broke into the third cavern, we got a small squad down there, I mean... Oh, speaking of, places, I need to get this set up. So, let's see, this is an internal door, and so is this one. Crap. Let me build a fake wall here real quick. That way I can get this set up. So... dining room. I'm not sure that this can fill the entire area. See, this is what I was worried about, having this spill out into the hallway here, because you can't adjust that later on. I'm gonna have to build this wall and then come back and fill in this room. If I'd have left a middle pillar here so I could have doors, that would have worked, but I don't want this to be part of my tavern. Oh, that's right, Newton did die. He got completely destroyed by a beholder. He was the unlucky one that ran into it. It's probably a good thing that they ran away too. They probably would have killed whatever squad I sent after them. Okay. So this is the new tavern. It's still the Violet Harvest. And I believe this area, just tear this all down. And before I forget, and we have a dwarf die. We have George Carlin starved to death in here. Let's tear those walls down too. Let's see, Newton, since you're here, you can have this dwarf that hasn't been named yet. Salab. I think you're gonna be Newton the Third. Because you burn through dwarves at this point almost as quick as Furby. No, where were you, Goldeneye? I had to wall this off so I could make the tavern fit in here. Are you smoking that weed you were talking about earlier? Is your memory worse than mine? Rambo, what are you fighting? You're training. The Manera is fighting? What the fuck is that? It's a quadruped head, a creature that crawls along the cavern ceiling with 4 long arms. Its body is shaped as the head of a man with a mouthful of shark teeth. It waits for its prey to pass below. And it's currently in the middle of killing my tiny life. I'm gonna have to seal this bottom cavern off. My tiny life, don't try to fight that thing. It's got 4 heads, you can't dance with it, quit do-si-doing. You're tired and beat up, but somehow you've managed to kind of wreck that thing too. Tiny life breaks the grip of its first left hand. All you're doing is punching it, but apparently it's still fairly weak. You refuse to die, my tiny life. You say it's your life to live, and you're gonna live it how you want to. And you're not gonna be scared or traumatized or anything by these fucking demons down here. We'll check you in a minute, Minstrel. You guys have a good fight going on. It's fainting. You're doing a Muhammad Ali 13-round boxing match with this thing, trying to wear it out first. You're able to dodge a lot of its blows. You're tired, it's winded and fainting still, but it's backed you into the webs. You roll out of the way, pushing it forward. Neither of you are giving an inch though, testing each other's defenses. The military doesn't know where the hell you're at. They're on the way, they heard the call go out. It's stunned, you're overexerted and nauseous. It might be over for you. Now that it got the blow on you there. You're puking. It's strangling you while you puke. It scratches you in the lower body, bruising the fat. Amazingly enough, all it can do is scratch. You can punch, it can scratch. And it finally knocks you unconscious by slamming your head into the tree. At that point, when you quit fighting, it says that it's had enough. It's trying to limp away. Its right eye, right lung, and guts are damaged. Its brain connection is cut a little bit. It can't walk straight. Its 4 heads are just flailing around. And still, though, my military, I don't know what they're doing. They're goofing around somewhere. I'm honestly not sure why my combat log keeps triggering. It's probably because you're down there just vomiting. Disgusting. Okay, you were all the way over here in the corner. I thought you were. Maybe you got hauled off to a hospital. We got a lot of people in the hospital. Karma Bell's in here with a right lower arm injury. Diggy Bear's in here. You got a neck scar, a left hand scar, a left cheek scar. You have no health problems though. You're slowly being patched up. Your neck skin is torn open, your neck fat is all exposed. You got one notable kill, a Sylvan Elf. Congratulations. Minstrel Geyser, you're down here. You're fainting, your ability to stand is lost. We'll have to get you crutches or a wheelchair. Ability to grasp is somewhat impaired. Motor nerve damage, sensory nerve damage. Metal slime hauled your ass back here, all the way from down in the caverns. Or hauled you most of the... No, that was the first time you were hurt. Paula hauled you this time. Actually, you've killed one helmet snake. With any luck, you might still be able to perform in the military, but it's going to take you quite a while to basically become good enough with your crutches to move around at any type of decent speed. Let's see. I forgot how to do the pathing zones. Which one is that? D, O, traffic areas. This needs to be a low... Actually, this needs to be a low traffic area. You guys don't need to be just pathing through here. It's not what that little closet space is for. We still have the elf bodies at the depot. Are you guys joking me? If the elves come back to haunt us because you wouldn't even haul their bones out, I'm gonna be slightly disappointed. Current owner, no body. The Violet Harvest. So they need goblets, boxes, bags. I think that counts as containers. I'm always slightly confused about that. We'll decorate these hallways with some furniture for the tavern. I don't know why nobody's using it. They're probably all down in the new mushroom now that I think about it. No, even the new mushroom is empty. Everyone's busy. It's midsummer. There's no time for rest as winter and fall approach. Adamantium crutches. That would be something else. Who is this? Thomni is sleeping. I have not put the elf bodies on the walls yet. I guess I could. Let's see. That's gonna be a garbage dump for one body. So... let's dump that. We'll dump them one at a time into stockpiles. Yeah, I know, I'm not sure what all my dwarfs are doing. They've got to all be hauling stuff. The military is still set to kill the Monera. That they'll never be able to do. Look, military, just stand down. You had more than enough time to try and chase that thing to the end of the caverns. Udil has become a clerk. Not sure who Udil is. Nor am I sure how he became a clerk. Thought a clerk was like bookkeeping and stuff. And here we go. Alios. He says he wants to socialize out here, so... while we're here... finished goods, right? This is where instruments are? So maybe custom setting... disable that. And all we want is musical instruments. That's it. I can't specify whether they're handheld or not, but... we'll try to bring 6 of them out here. Get a little band going. Something more than just slam poetry. Even though maybe there should be a slam poetry competition in honor of Peakunk dying. I feel like he would enjoy that. Sheets enabled on the stockpile? You fucking stockpiles. I probably did. Why? Why are sheets? Why? All I can do is say why. I'm gonna guess it's like that on all of them, so... try this again. Stockpiles are... about as big of a headache as trying to set up a goddamn minecart for me. I'm really hoping that we actually get to put this new tavern to use, though. I want to see some music going on. I want to know what our dwarfs know how to perform. They become experts at oral storytelling. Now, let's see. Maybe place a couple instruments in here, too. I'm curious if it'll even work. It's midsummer. I think when the season changes, I'll end the stream. Again, we've had a good run tonight. I fully expect the elves to go to war with us at any point. Because we're still only at war with the Goblins. I could set it to a meeting area, but I don't know if that defeats the point of having a tavern or not. And furthermore, if I do make it a meeting area, they'll all congregate right here on this table. If I end up with a whole bunch of idlers and they're not actually going to the taverns or anything, I'll make it a meeting area, but I think it's just because they're all so busy. So I didn't turn this place into a meeting area, and it's usually got a decent amount of patrons in it. So we could make this we could make this into a giant library here. So we definitely need a bigger one. We'll iron out the design of that later on. And then just get a bunch more rooms set up for the dwarves. I don't even know how many more rooms we need in order to get everyone their own little area. Probably something like 100 more rooms. Boy. This is going to be copy-paste city here. Wish I could do that. Ideally, what I would like, if I was starting on a map that had rivers and like a waterfall, I would design some of these rooms to basically be set up so that you could also bring in water underneath them. So you could have a little pool area in the middle, have a big pool area somewhere else, have wells scattered all around your fortress instead of 50 Z levels down like mine is right now. That's the type of fortress I actually want to be working on. Something with frame rate murdering water. Or a volcano. So we can have pools of magma. I guess I'll give them all their own hallway too, instead of doubling it up back to back. Primarily because I don't want to go back there and redo that stuff. Okay. This will be all I designate for now. Because we'll have to dig it out and then smooth it down. And that's going to be quite labor intensive. Actually... have a nice little roundabout here. And then maybe back here we can have some more temples too or something. More bedrooms. We'll have the bedrooms loop back down around this way. And have the hallway hook up here. So dwarves can easily just be cycling around around the fortress. And they don't just have one little area up here to go through. Exactly, ISO. It's all about getting these guys to kill themselves somehow. And since tantrum spirals and dwarfs going and getting so sad they kill themselves and others isn't a thing anymore, you've got to get creative. Isn't that what you said, Metal Slime? You got to get creative if you want your dwarfs to die. The rabbit is fighting. That's not combat, that's hunting. If a rabbit is combat, then we're doomed. Sir, I've got the sit rep from the fields. We were ambushed by a squad of 15 rabbits. They had 3 pups with them. I dutifully dispatched them with my crossbow instantaneously, sir. We do have less idlers too, because I did adjust some of their jobs on Dwarf Therapist. Now that I think about it. A rabbit from Monty Python. Well, we're doomed. I don't have a holy adamantine grenade. Got dwarves sleeping in the floors. This is horrible. It's even worse than sleeping in dirt. Okay, so we've got warm stone over here. What is this? Rough-hewn pitch blend. We didn't run into any magma over here. Which means I should be able to dig down into it, right? Here. Let's connect this stairway. What's the worst that could happen? I love saying that. What's the worst that could happen in this fortress? We unleash a wall of magma down that little tube, who cares? It might take a couple dwarfs with it, but they should have been quicker than the magma. If they do get caught. Is that you, Slacks? Yes, it is. He's a great miner now. He strives to become legendary someday. And we got warm stone there, too. So we're reaching the top. Still midsummer, so there's a good chance we'll even breach the magma before I end the stream. The nobles don't have unreasonable demands anymore. I'm not even going to give Revocane a room just to see how pissed off I can get him. All of my demands that the nobles were giving us, like export demands and create commands, were pointless. Make me some tables. Make me some chests. Make me a fine suede vest. All that's easy stuff. Actually, I don't want you to dig up. You can dig down. Oh, you stupid therapist. I'll just disable it. I don't know why it does that sometimes. It just refuses to minimize only on OBS. It's not actually on my screen. I thought we were gonna breach into the magma here because we've got warm walls here, which means there's magma. Somewhere in here. I could have swore that if I connected to this tunnel over here and started digging down that we would break into it. So guys, am I missing something? Semi-molten rock. Or do I just have to find the perfect place to break into the magma sea? Because there's no way we're below it. Okay, there's the bedrock. And then we've still got like 20 floors down below that's hell, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, dwarves. I want you to mine this wall regardless. I don't care how hot it is. One single dwarf is gonna crack this open. And that's gonna allow magma to pour down through here. Again, we'll lose access, but who cares? I think that's the only way I'm gonna be able to break through. Unless I go even higher. And then dig down into it, I guess. But this should work. And it's dangerous, which means we might lose a dwarf. As soon as they accept the command, that wall will flash and we'll know. We'll know that there we go. I'm excited. Who's gonna be the dwarf that pops the cork on this thing? They've got a long way to go before they get here. Oh boy, who is it? It's Revocane! You get to be the lucky dwarf. You're gonna go the same way as our last bone fixer and die. Okay, that didn't do it. Dig there then. Could always be down. Let's dig a down stairwell then. Can I not? Okay. Lucky Revocane. He passed the torch on to someone else. He didn't want to be the one who discovered the magma sea. To take all the glory of the adamantine that we're gonna get. This is how dwarves play Russian roulette. That's good. They're all drawing straws up top right now. Deciding who gets to go carry out the suicidal order. This is actually not suicidal. This is completely safe. Breaching it from the top won't pose any risk at all, as far as I know. Unless it's a low point in the magma sea for some reason, and then the pressure pushes it up the stairs, and other fun things can happen. However, I think they're going to take their sweet time getting to that. So, how is this project going? Not too bad. We're still at 139 dwarves. Which upsets me to no end. It could be a pool above. No, it can't be a pool above. Because we've got this here, and then right above it, we've got the exploratory tunnel as well. And then over here, if we go down, there's no magma sea there either. In fact, it's going to be really weird if magma is right here, because I go down here and down here. That would mean this whole area around this is like part of the magma sea, maybe. And I just got lucky enough to pierce on each side of it. Or unlucky enough, I guess. The beholder is caught in the web. That's not what I wanted to see. So the beholders are back. A, B, and C, I want all of you down here. If those beholders do show up in the middle of all this, try to break their way in, we'll at least do our best to deal with them. I'm still not sure we could take one. Out of everything we fought, I think a beholder would be the one that would do the most damage. Some migrants have arrived despite the danger. Well, hello, brave migrants, all 2 of you. 3 of you? Four of you. We're up to 144. Just in time, possibly, for like Wario to show up. Okay. That puts me in a little bit better mood. Again, I want Bowser to show up so we can design his room here. Still don't have any instruments moved. Which makes me think that something seriously bugged with instruments in this game, or I just set the stockpiles up wrong. Thankfully, it's just one beholder. They don't come through in migrant waves like dogs and stuff. 80 totems have finally been made. I gave that order so long ago. It's not even close to my entrance, I believe. If it was, Diggy Bear, you'd be the only one down there to take care of it. I'm pretty sure they're telling me to saw it off too when it comes to digging out this stairwell. Come on back, Revocane, finish the job. We need to see what a magma bath looks like. Minstrel, you're still down here resting. Wow, your left eye needs cleaning, needs dressing. You've been diagnosed. You don't have any infection yet. And you've been treated and evaluated by a bunch of people. I've evaluated you, ISO cleaned you. Mad Max evaluated and cleaned you several times. We know that you're hurt, but we're pretty sure that you're slightly milking it at this point. Just walk it off. Rub some dirt in it. It's late summer, and I don't think we're gonna breach this before I I end this, which does make me a little bit sad. And somehow the dwarves up here are listening to poetry from Beekman down here. The performance is at the first stanza. It's called The Frothy Lens, an example of the celebrated business. The work has no particular subject. The writing is depressing. It's a solemn poetic form concerning alcoholic beverages. It originated here in the Paint of Rasping, actually. Speaking of alcoholic beverages, we are almost out. I'm pretty sure that's why he's down there singing, actually, too. And we have a problem. We don't have any plants to brew. I'm also losing my voice now, if you can't tell. Got more tiger cubs. I thought I was gonna lose my voice the other night. Clump's gonna lose his voice forever. Never be able to talk again. And they're still refusing to dig this out. Just go embrace the god of fire, god damn it. We need magma forges. I'd forgotten that I gave you a secret tunnel as well. Get me a talking computer so I can be like Stephen Hawking. Yeah. Only if I get to pick out the voice on it. This area... Let's see, I think I made this a hospital, but we don't use it. We're not going to use it. We made it back whenever we thought that there was going to be an outbreak of were-tortoises. I have so many beds. Give the dwarves an extra place to sleep. Until we get all of their bedrooms designated. Microsoft Sam? No, please. Anything but Microsoft Sam. I'd take a Bobcat Gold with voice. I wish I could emulate his speech. That would be awesome. Gilbert Godfrey? No. Even though you guys would probably like to hear me narrate Dwarf Fortress as Gilbert Godfrey. 0 idlers, I saw that. For the first time in a long time, all of my dwarves are actually doing something. There's the beholder. Everybody, charge. I want to see you kill this thing. Get out there and murder it before it flies away. This is... okay, this is probably how we'll end the stream. There's gonna be some death and chaos here unless that beholder gets away. Come on down and fight like a I-Man thing. There we go. So, the first one to encounter it is going to be Mulder. He's got a right upper arm scar. And the beholder is locked onto him with deadly intensity. It fires a cloud of beholder juice vapor that is sailing towards Lemmy right now. I don't like that. Oh man, somebody got caught, yeah. Mulder? How bad is that stuff? Where are you? I gotta see something. She's terrified while in conflict. She says, I have a part in this, I will take revenge. Her left breast is oozing, her left breast is burned. We're gonna lose a couple dwarves here. She got... yeah. Fire's not good when it comes to dwarves. Can you at least get some blows on it before it's too late? It hurls another ball of fire. Where is it? It can't be flying because there's a ceiling above us. It's in here somewhere. Mulder has completely lost her right lower arm. And the beholder has a torn open body. The rest of the dwarfs that were thinking about attacking have suddenly decided no. We're not going in there. You can't make us. Mulder is... seriously? Did you guys get in there and kill this thing? Where did it go? Before it flies away? There's the beholder. Kill it. It's got a name now too, guys, which I'm pretty sure, yeah, it killed Mulder. Mulder's been found dead. So all of the dwarves have been stopped in their tracks. Maybe because it's flying? What if I station them? The missile squad was mixed in down here with them. Yeah, and the dwarves are terrified. At least that's what I'm gonna say, because they refuse to do anything. Mulder died for no reason. The beholder is gonna get away. Or it's just gonna dance around and continue to burn everything. Smoke might obscure it, but if that's the case, then it's invincible. But I mean, even when I try to station the dwarves... Okay, will you station back in your cavern, at least? Will you listen to any commands? Yes, they will. They just don't want anything to do with the beholder, but it... God damn it. It's probably because my crossbow bolt squad's a bunch of cocksuckers that refuse to train. They have bolts, I've crafted crossbows, I've assigned them crossbows. They've got archery targets, and they refuse to practice. Beholder, beholder. Okay. Mulder, you died for no reason. I don't like those monsters. I'm not even sure if my Bolt squad would have attacked him if they did work. Considering the fact all my dwarves stopped movement entirely. Nope, not gonna station ourselves here. We're not gonna listen to you. We don't know what you're talking about. I checked that one dwarf to see if it was actually terrified. Sometimes dwarves will become terrified and just run away or stop reacting. That was not the case. So, this command is finally going to be carried out. I've got my fingers crossed that we actually breach into the magma sea at this point. Lemmy and Mulder both killed. We'll replace them probably next time. I'm not sure they'd done anything in combat up to that point. They were basically red shirts and completely expendable. Okay, so who do we got? Big Bird here, digging down. Come on, Big Bird, breach the magma sea. There we go, we've discovered it. Raw adamantine. The question is, where? Rough-hewn adamantine, right there. It's actually pretty close to us. Okay. I don't want to go too close because I only want my legendary miners mining this out. Low-skilled dwarfs don't count. Stark has been taken by a mood. He heard about the murder down in the caverns and about the terrifying beholder. Maybe now he's got something to say about it. Oh yeah. I forgot to set these rooms up, didn't I? Okay. It doesn't count in mining anymore, so anyone can do it? Stark's claimed a jeweler's workshop. That's kind of weird. I like the change. If that's the case. We'll get right up next to it. When did that change go into effect, Kate? Stark, you've already begun a mysterious construction. That didn't take you long. I'm guessing we had all the gems right there that you needed. So yeah, this will take them a while to dig out. We're not going to get to the adamantine tonight. They've got other projects closer to the surface that are of more pressing concerns. Design the library tomorrow. The war dog is caught in a burst of gas. I don't think the beholder is actually fighting, it's just leftover gas still. Made ores smelt into more bars, that's cool. Little changes like that I haven't kept up on. There's one lone person drinking in here. It's one of the new people. No, he's just storing an item. The deserted tavern. Did you guys see that puff of smoke up here or whatever it was? What was that? Why is there beholder gas up here? Do I have an... what? Maybe there's a beholder pop-up book. Steve Irwin is caught in a burst of beholder gas. Steve, what have you done? Store an owned item. Where is all the beholder gas coming from? It's just magically popping out of several dwarves. It's ridiculous. Interrupted by a giant rat. Let me guess, do I have military that can take care of this stuff? Probably not, because they're all stationed down there. So, before the rats run rampant and kill us with Black Plague, Max, you don't always have to go fighting. I don't even have to look at any other kids to know that that's you. What are your skills? Dabbling armor user, skilled fighter, legendary weaver. Okay. But he does love fighting. Even though the rat just completely trounced him. That's what you get, Max. You survived a beholder tumble and some other things, and you get killed by a giant rat. Stark has made a quartz chain called Hermit Held. It's a rose quartz chain. It's of the highest quality. It's encircled with bands of oval rose quartz cabochons. Probably the most lackluster artifact we've ever had made here. Interrupted by a giant rat. Well, can you kill the giant rat? I never thought that giant rats would be a bigger threat to my fortress than just about anything else. Max had killed two rats on his own not that long ago. Like in dwarf terms, it was only 2 years ago or something like that. Okay. And that's one of the things that pisses me off though. Like, there was a ton of dwarfs around here, and even though they weren't military, they just stand around and watch people get killed. Oh, not my problem. I have a weapon in my hand, but I'm not gonna help. Kylo Ren stands up. Oh, down to 141 dwarfs, provided we don't lose 2 more. We might still have the limit for Bowser. I am gonna have to do something about the lower parts of this fortress though, specifically the cavern. I think off screen I'll probably do a bunch of editing for burrows and actually get them set up and working. And just tell all of my regular dwarves to stop going down there. Helmet snake venom is injected into ZTR. Well, I'll be damned. ZTR, you're gonna die. You're being held down by 2 helmet snakes right now, with a 3rd on the way looking for an easy meal. They all bite you and inject their venom. Here comes a 4th one. He wants to get his nibble on. There's corpses everywhere. I've got corpses scattered throughout my fortress as well. Okay. Those helmet snakes are done with. This is another thing that I need to set up off screen. Patrol routes. My military, when they're not training, they should be out walking through the caverns, fighting things, keeping my dwarfs actually safe. ZTR, you're trying to limp yourself back to the hospital, but you're winded, nauseous, pale. You're all bruised and cut up. I don't know if that venom is gonna do anything to you. It's not like we've got anti-venom anywhere. The helmet snakes, sometimes they don't bother you, and then it's like, I feel like if you've got one dwarf down there and they have a numerical advantage, they're gonna surround you and attack you. They're like, we got this one, it's just one of the little dwarves. Pissing venom. It's not a thought I want. We got the tavern wrestler back here, the Goblins, serving up drinks to a non-existent crowd. The dwarfs are just simply too busy working. They don't have time to idle anymore. More beholder gas randomly appearing somewhere. I'd say maybe it was beholder meat or leather that was turning into the mist randomly as the dwarfs wear it. But I haven't killed a beholder. We don't have any other body parts. It's like it's down there just able to send random gas up through the fortress. And they're gonna start digging out towards the adamantine. Now, since adamantine has changed, adamantium, whatever you want to call it, adamantine, it's all the same goddamn thing. I'm not entirely sure how you successfully mine this out anymore. Like, if there's a central spire that leads down, like a hole, or if you can just mine willy-nilly. It would be interesting, Minstrel. I don't know where we would have got it from unless we stole it from the elves. And then we just, by luck, didn't manage to put it on until after we'd already encountered several beholders. I do remember one of the gifts that the elves tried to bring us on the edge of the map evaporating into some type of smoke. Or fog, or whatever you want to call it. It's still the same then, still got the hole that you dig towards. Okay. I wonder if you can still seal off the hole with like a floor tile piece. Just go extra cheese on it. ZTR, you died unfortunately before you could even make it to the hospital, I believe. You just fell over dead. No, you actually did make it to the hospital, they just couldn't save you. We didn't have any anti-venom for you. And unfortunately, it was just too much. You had a good run, buddy. The helmet snakes won. Beholder tissue leaks gas. Interesting. So we've got somebody with a piece of gear running around emitting random bursts of beholder gas. That's beautiful. And it's early autumn. We've got a population of 140 now since ZTR wanted to try to sabotage us and die. This will be the season that Wario shows back up, I believe. They always show up in the fall. And then winter is basically a dead month. Hello, Synapse. You're just in time for me to end the stream. I'm actually glad I streamed tonight. I didn't think I was going to, as bad as my head hurt, but those pills kicked in. Made me feel a little bit better. Overall, I think we had a pretty damn good night on the fortress. Killed the elves, killed the vile force of darkness, watched a forgotten beast die. Lost a couple of dwarves along the way. Found adamantine, which is probably the best thing that happened this stream. Which means next time we get to start mining that out and getting one of our legendary blacksmiths or whatever to work it into his... I don't know yet. None of my dwarves are sword dwarves. Like, they're all maces and spears. A fucking adamantine spear would be awesome. That'd be able to pierce the heavens. Most of it'll probably be made into chainmail type armor. Chest pieces and things like that. Make a crown for Bowser? We could. Even though I don't know if I want to make anything for that bastard since he doesn't want to show up. He wants to take his sweet time. Anyways, guys, thanks for joining me tonight. I will see you next time.